So at the moment, we're seeing a scenario where investors with lots of capital want to be putting that into good use, to making the transition possible. But unfortunately, the UK is not in a leading position to attract that capital, because in other countries, they're doing a lot more to create the regulatory and policy environment that will allow capital to flow. More than 2/3 of energy industry leaders based here in the UK are actually now looking at overseas markets as their primary investment opportunities because the sustainability policies are not right in the UK. That is a huge problem. And in fact, we've calculated there's in excess of 100 billion, maybe much more than that, of investment that could flow immediately into the UK if we can get the policy position correct. So we need to see the government looking at what's happening in other countries. For example, the Inflation Reduction Act in the US, the work that's happening in the EU, and understanding how the UK can be a comparatively better investment destination than these countries with their huge subsidy programs. Now, that doesn't mean we need to be putting in big subsidies here. It means we need to be fixing some of the other issues that are hindering capital. So it takes a very long time to get planning permission in the UK. Even if you get planning permission, you might not be able to get your energy project connected to the grid. So grid connections and planning are two of the really key issues for the government to address. Another key challenge is policy consistency and certainty. If the government says it's going to do something, investors expect that to then happen. And that means building the trust and confidence of private investors that government is on their side when it comes to the future of the economy.